you can see how low we cored on this storm drain catch basin. Look at how deep we are. When people say, how do you tap a storm drain? Well, we take a core drill and we drill through 11 or 12 inches of concrete. You see that nice, smooth, perfect hole? That's a 5-inch core. We cored it. Now we're going to do a tap. We'd put a piece of Schedule 40 in and hydraulic cement it in. Now look at how big our French drain is. That's going to be full of stone with a pipe at the bottom. And no, we do not recommend putting 3 inches of stone at the bottom because you're just going to leave water at the bottom. Then the trees and shrubs will sniff that out and it'll plug your French drain system. But I do know this much. 35 years now doing this, the bigger the French drain, the faster it dries out your yard. All the air pockets created by the big voids help it dry out even more. Now here's a situation where we use that core, the core drill, and we cored through the sidewalk so that we can get under it. Now this is to make your yard a safer place. In the winter, there's no ice up. And even if it wasn't the northern climate, what if you were in a southern climate? After a while, that water running on the ground, it just gets slimy, and now it's slippery and dangerous. Look how big the French drain trenches are. Now, we did run into an old septic tank, and they're now tied in the city because it's now available. But this was an older cottage home on the water, and to be honest with you, we didn't even think we were going to run into a tank because there was no septic field that we had to watch out for. So look at how high that house is to the right. Really high. Well, they're building them higher now because they learned. They learned by, building them low by mistake. And like the gentleman that we're working for, he gets everybody's water. That's another point that I want to make. So you have to build your system to take your water and your neighbors too. And I know that makes some people unhappy. They say, why do I got to improve my neighbor's yard on my hard work and with my hard working money, working hard for my money and my sweat equity, and here I'm making my neighbor's place a better place. But when you open the windows in the spring to enjoy that fresh air, you want your neighbor's yard to be nice and dry and healthy too. And the reason why, mildew and mold spores are airborne, and at least half of us are allergic to that. People always say, oh, I got allergies in the spring. Most of them don't realize it, but it's mold and mildew that's causing them those breathing problems. Sneezing, sniffling, runny nose, scratchy eyes, all that. So again, you got to catch your neighbor's water too, and you will benefit from that. But I'd like to take you on the ground when I shot this video and walk you through it. I did talk through it. Give it a listen. All right, this is what it looks like after a storm basin has been cored. We still need to hydraulically use hydraulic cement to put in a piece of Schedule 40 PVC that we'll hook up to with our corrugated pipe for our French drain. But I just wanted to show you the trench and the amount of dirt that comes out and gets hauled out. Now we do have our laser transit set up so that we have pitch, we do have slope. Here's our transit. And we're also catching all of the rooftop water, all the runoff water. To the right you can see the neighbor. His house is higher, and you can see that his downspouts, basically all the water ends up on the site that we're working on right now. We're also taking care of an issue where ice builds up on the sidewalk. We cored the concrete. Now we can go ahead, put the gutter back on the house, hook up some drain pipe, take it out to the French drain. Getting back to the French drain trench here, we actually ran into an old septic tank. It's no longer in service, but we're going around it because we're not going to have enough slope. The top of the tank was at 7 or 8 inches, and we were at about 14 inches deep here. So we're going around it just so that we get proper drainage. Now the homeowner wanted to keep the dirt because along the seawall underneath his deck, it settles. I just want to show you the amount of dirt that comes out of a run like this. It doesn't really matter what the access is. Like we have a yard full of equipment. We have the right tool for the job. Now over here, you're going to see all the dirt that has come out. And we have, this is half of it. We have what you see here, times that by 2. We're halfway there. So the homeowner just told me he's about at the end. He doesn't need any more. The rest we're going to haul out with our dump trucks. And then we're going to fill that drain. It's going to be filled with a coarse washed rock and just a few inches of soil over the fabric and sod on top. For all your yard water solutions, give us a call.